Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the first video of Saturday. So this is going to be one of these burning questions that I think a lot of players will have this month. And that is, can you buy everything in store? You know, the candy shop store. And the answer is no. That's the end of the video. Bye everybody, see ya, bye, bye. No. Yeah, if you wanted to answer that question, yes, but what we're going to do is delve in a little bit deeper than that, because that's part of the answer. That's part of all things that help out. But of course, you know, there's a lot more to it than just that, because you want to know, like, can you choose what you buy? Do you have enough candy to buy whatever you fancy? That's going to be a big thing. So I've built out the spreadsheet. You've probably looked at it. We're going to look at spend scenarios. I've got to build this out. This is going to take time. It took, I think, about like 3 hours to put together like a spend scenario, just one spend scenario, and there's multiple options. I'll just kind of like talk about this spend scenario that I've created for this particular video. So one of the main things is, and we're going to bring this better into shot, shall we? So one of the main things is from all this is that if you've seen the spreadsheet, the guide spreadsheet, link is in the description, that all of this adds up to 50k, right? Do you want to do 50k this month in candy? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I don't know. I cannot get inside your mind. Otherwise, I'd say to no, I wouldn't say anything. That's weird. But look, by grinding out, doing all the paths, completion, exploration in the Candy Crash quest, you're able to pick up 50k. Depending on where you are, like, it is possible. You just have to make sure that your Summon Symbiote is used to the best of its ability. Yes, at your different progression, you will see a different store. For me as a Paragon player, I get to see the Paragon side of things, but I also get to see the Thronebreaker side of things, which is weird because I thought we'd be able to see like a lot more, but it doesn't really matter because, you know, it's there's no shards. Like, I love grabbing a load of the shards, but they're not there. They're in the villain quest. So yeah, villain solo event, sorry. So that's a thing. But all of the advertised Kabam stuff, which is this right here, where is it? This store here, it's a shop, adds up to like, you want to know, like, purchasing it all. It does actually only come out to 49k. Like, I'm pretty certain I've done the calculation right. But if you buy the Paragon stuff, so the 6-star signature stone crystal, right the way through to 7-star shards, tier 5 class catalyst, tier 6 class catalyst selector, it all adds up to 49,000 candy. But yes, you can do that. You can buy all the Paragon based stuff. But that's not what you see. Same thing would be like if you're Thronebreaker, if you're Cavalier. Yes, more than likely all of yours will add up to 49,000. I've done the calculations for all of it, but let's face it, it's probably a case that it will come close to it. So you'll either be at a point of your progression, you can either buy everything below. Maybe that's the case with Cavalier. I do need to do the sums on that one, but look, I just thought I'd share this from a Paragon perspective with it. So when it comes to the spend scenario, because here's the thing, like, you've now got, so say you've got 50k, 50,000 candy, 50,000 of your collector's candy. For the people that know Being the Ultimate Disaster movie, we'll get that reference. I set up a scenario like this. This is a 50,000 candy spend for Paragon player scenario. Okay, will I do ones for lower players? I'll try and find the time, but as it takes about 3 hours to make just one scenario based on making the calculations work and then making it presentable, it's going to take a bit of time. And that's other stuff I want to do. So if you want to get 30 6-star signature stones, if you want to get yourself 7-star shards, tier 6 class catalyst fragment crystals, 10%, and then we've got a good chunk of tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic. So that's about half, isn't it? That's about half, or just below half, or 2/3, or whatever it is. And then you want to pick up some other stuff like tier 1 celestial fragments, 6-star shards. And look, you can get 35,000 6-star shards as a Paragon player this month. Some people would say that's bad, some people wouldn't care, some people whatever. Tier 5 basic wise, you can get some 25% of a tier 2 class alloy crystal. I've added that in. Tier 2 alpha. Tier 5 class catalyst selector. And just 300k gold because I needed to make it up to close to just under 50,000 candy. That is an option for you. And that is going to be a thing, isn't it? Do you want to get all that stuff? Now, do bear in mind, spend as you like. Like, look in game and go, okay, well, I want this, I don't want this, this is useful, this I'd have to buy some trophy tokens with, I'd have to buy this, or I'd go this way, do this content in order to get this. Look, it's down to you at the end of the day of what you feel that, you know, you want to facilitate a need. I plotted this out mainly because this is what... So this here is largely where I'm going to go with spending my candy. Once I've done the 50k, I'm going to go down this route. It tickles the itch that I really require. I need to add more tier 3 alpha. Will 22,000 fragments make a difference? Probably, but probably not. You know, currently at the moment, tier 3 alpha wise, I've got... I've only got 257. So no, at this moment in time, it won't make any kind of difference. From a tier 6 basic perspective, I'm sporting 24,000. So that will at least come close to getting me to just under 50k. If that's maybe 48,000. 48,000, okay, fine, whatever. That may be helpful. Largely helpful. I'll probably pick up some extra shards from fragments from different places. From the Battleground store, from the Glory store, from the Loyalty store, whatever, you know, option is. And that's one thing I would advise for this particular month is maybe look at some of your other stores, going to the likes of, I don't know, yeah, Glory store, and just kind of going like, will it actually make a difference? Like, obviously it will do down the line, but it's like, will you form? One of the biggest things I'd say when it comes to stores is, at the end of the day, if you're not going to form, then are you just looking to stack into the next months? Are you just looking for certain items that are going to make you quick gains? Are you in need of something like, okay, I need more tier 5 basics. I need more tier 5 class catalyst. And do bear in mind, like, selectors for that can be very advantageous to choose. You might be like, okay, well, this might be handy for this. Selectors are great, right? If you get a chance for them, just go grab them. Mainly because you get choice. I want to rank up this champion. Yeah, well, I need this. Well, there's a selector this month where I can use some free candy. I don't have to chip into my glory. I don't have to chip into my loyalty. I don't have to do this content. I can just quickly grab it, get the rank up I need, and happy days. Go on with my grind in MCOC. So you have options. Always options when it comes to this stuff. I'm glad that Kabam do selectors a lot more frequently. I would love to see a lot more selectors, but you know, you can't have everything. But saying that, most of the stuff doesn't really require a selector when it comes to some of the rewards in here, especially when it comes to, like, you know, signature stones. They're all generics. That helps. 30 stones could be got this month by doing a combination of Paragon and Thronebreaker, as in the choice of purchase. What I've done is I have stripped out relics, and the reason I've stripped out relics, shards, and stuff like that is like it's just down to you, isn't it? Like, I could go and say, right, well, I've actually, funny enough, I've got to open a 5-star relic, but then I have to go like, well, is there any point at the moment? You know, Kabam aren't doing anything with them. They're not updating them. Is it worth getting some of the lower ones? Probably not. I could save the candy and go elsewhere, as in go elsewhere in my purchasing. Okay, and which is largely what I've done. I've kind of said like, well, you could just save it, really. I mean, relics are fine, but then a lot of the time I'm like, well, I don't tend to use a lot of relic-based champions unless I'm doing battlegrounds, which then you could just like repurpose some of your relics onto some of your champions that are in your deck. So at least you kind of like have like relic-based champions for that, which most of the time that is a situation you're like, well, I'll just have it on a relic on those champions. So look, it's just down to a player perspective of what you choose. But as I said, I've put a scenario in the spreadsheet guide, so you can go and check that out. And had a lot of fun putting this together, but it was very time consuming. I'm hoping I can get this. I can move on to another project for side quest stuff, and then round that off. You know, I want to do a top tips for the month. In any case, that has been the video. I am now going to work on a different project, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for the support, as always, and check out some other content which will be located on screen right now. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. I'll see you in the next video later on. Cheers. Bye-bye for now.